Hello Gun Nation, Big Johnson coming at you. All right, as you see here, you know I like to make my guns my own, and this has been tandemized. Got a ton of parts on here from Tandem Cross. I'm going to kind of go over what I have on the gun so you'll be familiar with it. Also, if you are interested in any Tandem Cross part for your Victory, for your Ruger, for your CZ, for your PCC, Smith & Wesson M&P, they have tons of parts. They have parts I didn't even know they had. But I will have an affiliate link down below, so if you're interested in purchasing anything from Tandem Cross, use my link. It does help out the channel, and I really, really appreciate it. So I was amazed of all the things that they have. Also, for all of these parts I'm going to go over, they do have detailed videos for each part. So I used some of theirs, and I'll recommend another one for the trigger that I used, and I will also link it below too. But let's just go over everything I have on the gun. I've already put everything on except the sights, and I'll talk about that. But I'll show the part in detail, and then of course the old parts are in the bags because I do save all my old parts. But let's start into it. So as you see it here, it's totally tandemized. But one thing I put on there was the Eagle Talon extractor for the TX22. This is the old extractor. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to put on. I mean, it takes those little fine hands, but I was able to do it. And there's the old part. So just wanted to share that one with you. I just want to make sure it has perfect extraction forever. I'm sure it was a MIM part before. This one is not MIM. So, and everything that they make is in the USA. That's another great thing about Tandem Cross, supporting an American company. Here's another thing. The Titan extended mag release for the TAURUS TX22, and I did get it in red. Here's the old one. A little bit of a pain in the ass to, to put on also, because it's got this little tiny rod, and you can use their video, but you know, with big hands, it is difficult, but I did do all of the work myself. So there's that. Also, have the Game Changer Pro compensator for a 22 LR. It only comes in black. And of course, it's on the gun, so it's not in the bag. But, you know, a lot of people are like, why the hell are you going to comp a 22? That's crazy. If you've looked at my Ruger videos and you've seen the Tandem Cross Pro comp, I mean, gas is just pouring out of that thing. You know, 22 is very gassy, dirty, we know that. But you can watch the video and it's just pumping those gases out of there, so I'm not making it up. And if you can get quicker follow-ups or anything like that that could be of assistance, you know, that's great. And this one just screws right on, so it's not difficult at all. Also, I have the Victory trigger for TAURUS TX22, and I did get it in red. Now, this is where I'll recommend a video. Chris from the 740, he has a video on how to install this trigger, and it's a great video. So I will link it below so you can check it out. I'll just throw it in the comments somewhere. But it's a great video, so I highly, highly recommend doing it. What I did at the last step is I kind of put everything together. I put the front pin in first, and then I couldn't pull it up high enough. So I basically assembled everything, even the back end of it, then dropped it down in there, pressed it in, and then was able to put the pins in. So that's how I chose to do it. So I did alter his video a little bit, but I didn't make a video because we can't really do install videos on YouTube anymore, as you know. Also, I do have the Wingman Plus 5 magazine bumper for the TAURUS TX22, and it does come in a 2-pack. This is actually a really good deal. You do get the power spring, the 2 base plates, and you just screw them together. You get the little spacers and the screws, so everything's in one package. I've got one on the gun, so I'll show you there. Also, I did put the Halo charging ring for the TAURUS TX22 in red. Charging this is a little different. You know, you only have a back part of the slide to grab because this is the optic ready. So they have the Halo and then they have a plunger type. Well, I'm so used to the Halos because I have them on my Ruger that I really like them. So rather than this being round, it's kind of a little squared off, but I'll show it to you up close so you're familiar with it. But super easy to put on. You just pop your back plate off, kind of like a Glock, and put that on. So really easy. The only thing I have not put on is the Eagle Eye fiber optic sight set. Now you could use this on a regular Glock, optics ready Glock, whatever you, or excuse me, TX22, not a Glock. And it does come with the flat rear with the fiber optics, or it comes with the ghost ring and the fiber optic front sight. So this is a nice little set. So I'll probably be putting this on, I just haven't yet. So this is the only thing I have not put on the gun yet. So let's get into the gun. I'm gonna go ahead and eject this mag. Just so you know, it wasn't charged. It is loaded, but it wasn't charged, or excuse me, the mags are loaded, but it was not charged, and I'll show you here. So far, I'm only able, and I just kind of pop these in here. You do have to remove your pull down tabs. They don't really work that great for me because I have large hands. However, you do have to remove those, but you do have a hole in there, so you can actually slide a punch in it, push the punch down as you're putting the bullets in. However, when you get down, you know, you're getting like to the 20 or the 19 or whatever, you're kind of having to push them on the top. So you can see right there, there's kind of a little dent where I was trying to push the 21 in there, and I just couldn't get it. So I don't know if it has to seat the springs or I have to shoot it a little bit or what, but so far I've only been able to get 20 in this one. I've only done one, just, you know, I'm gonna be testing it. So it screws on. If you do have a slight gap right here in that seam, that means you haven't tightened these screws enough. So just tighten them until the gap goes away, but really nice. I mean, pretty heavy duty. So I think that's gonna be a nice setup. And I will show that it's clear. Now, when you're working this one, you can pull back here. That's kind of what you had before. Or you can grab this little front area here and pull. So it was kind of a pain. So with this halo, you just stick your finger, and I'm looking through the camera, sorry about that. You just stick your finger and you can just pull it. You could do that, you could pinch it, you know, pull this way, however you want to do it. But this little halo just gives you a little bit extra grab, and you can see it goes right on your little striker plate right back there, just like a Glock, so to say. So there's that, so you can see it up close. And then, of course, it is clear like I showed before. I did put the mag extension in there because this one was a little small with this lip right here and my big ass thumbs. I was having to break my grip to actually push in on that button. Now I don't really have to. So I don't know if you can see it. I'll just show it like this. But now I don't really have to break my grip like I did before. So it just drops them right out. So pretty happy with that. We'll check it again. And then the trigger. So with the trigger, you do have set screws or adjustment screws and all this other stuff. It doesn't really change the poundage that I've noticed, but it does change it to a flat trigger, which you'll all know that I do prefer. Really enjoy the flat triggers quite a bit. And we'll just kind of ghost it so I can show you it is clear again. So I've kind of got that, you know, take up, and you can adjust a little bit of that, but you'll hit the wall and then a break. So, and then here's your reset. Break. So I'll just rack it. We'll kind of do it, you know, got that. But I do much prefer a flat trigger. And then here's your comp, you know, kind of angled at the sides, and you just screw it on. Now with this one, excuse me, with this one, it does have like a little shim because your O-ring can actually roll over this. So you just put your shim on, put your O-ring on, and then just screw this on. So I'm not muzzling myself, just trying to give you a good look at it. And they cut the bottom here for some weight. And it says Pro 22LR. And you can put this actually on like PCCs and other things, and it says Tandem Cross on the top. And I did actually go in and retorque this, and it did not lose torque, which is good. And I did grease pencil those so I can see if anything backs off. But you know, real excited about this pistol. Can't wait to shoot it. You know, gonna have my wife shoot it, see what she thinks about it. Because some of the 9mm have too much recoil, she doesn't really like them. So I thought this would be a fun gun for her to try. So we'll be shooting it this weekend with all of the new Tandem Cross stuff on it. And again, if you're interested in any Tandem Cross parts, use the link below. I would really appreciate it. And load up on Tandem Cross stuff. I have always had great luck with all of their products on my Ruger. I mean, I put something on my Smith & Wesson. I can't remember. Might be a comp. But, you know, their products are great. So I'm really excited about shooting this. seeing what I think about it now. As you know, I have part 1, part 2, and part 3 of all stock because I wanted to run it stock, make sure everything ran completely perfect before anything was changed on it. Now everything's been changed except the sights again, but I'm really using the optic. So I appreciate it so much. You know, check out Chris from the 740, his video below on putting in the trigger. I really did enjoy that video. He did a great job on it. So I want to give him some kudos on that. But I appreciate y'all so much. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.